Welcome everyone. If you are been around for a while, welcome back. Good to see you. If you're new here, welcome to the family. Okay, so we are having a new moon in Taurus, and that is where the sun is going to be for the next month in Taurus. Very earthy sign, very much about, doing and connecting and being diligent. Welcome, my Virgos. This is your reading for this moon cycle. What's going on? Some energies at the forefront. Things to be aware of. Some actions to help you. So, what is the energy at your forefront? Ooh, stories. Ooh. Okay, so what is some energies to be aware of? Okay, so you've got stories going on. Stories are at the forefront, and it's really about the feminine divine that, and really the dark feminine divine, the dark side of her. And it's not evil, it's not bad, it's our foundations, it's our inner selves. That's what our dark divine does. It's all about the inner. It's all about our healing, our growth. It's time for you to start listening to some stories. You need to get to know the darker side, and don't take it to this warlike, evil, it's domination. That is not what this is. This is the dark half of the feminine divine. It's that strength. It is that inner knowing. It's intuition. It is being able to see large perspective. It is very much the inner self, your own shadows, taking a look at your own inner self. And it's good and it's bad stuff, but it's who you are on the inside. So you really need to focus on stories there. You need to connect. You need to learn. Energy to be aware of is the collective. You want to listen to these stories with perspective, knowing that there is truth in the stories. But that does not make that story true. It's not all truth. We tell stories, and historically have told stories to remember histories, to remember people, to remember events, to get across morals and ideas. But we do that with a certain amount of fantasy. We do it with a certain amount of embellishment. Every storyteller does that. Even the ones that are historical, it's written by the victors. So we don't hear equal sides of all. So it's listen to the stories, hear them, but don't get fixated on that they're true. Don't get fixated, well, everybody is telling me this. Everybody's showing me this about the feminine divine. Everybody's talking about this. When they say shadow work, it means this. No, that's their perspective. And it's good to hear their perspective because it'll give you ideas. It'll give you inspiration. It'll even give you things that you're like, no, that's not me. That's not for me. But it's really about hearing the stories. Why do you need to hear these stories? What is going on, my little Virgos? Oh. What is going on? Okay, you've either been on a journey of transformation, or this is the beginning of a journey of transformation. And it's not just a singular, movement. It's not small. This is deep. This is complete transformation. Something is completely changing for you. Duality. It's really seeing that duality between that dark and that light. Understanding it, understanding the balance between them, why both are necessary, have to be. There's no separation. There's only places where they overlap. And there are times, it's very situational. Balance isn't, equal all the time. There are times where we're going to need our shadow more. There's times where we're going to need our light more. We're going to need that inner strength versus that outer strength. There's all kinds of aspects when you get into duality. Everything has a duality. And you have to have both sides. One side cannot exist without the other. So this is very much a transformation through duality. And it's really focused on your shadow side, your darker side, and very much that divine feminine, the darker side of divine feminine. But going through this process, this transformation, these understandings, seeing different duality, you are going to have such great joy. It is going to clear up things for you. It is going to bring in some perspectives that are going to make sense and make all these other pieces fall into place that you've been struggling with. You've been struggling with some things with this. This separation, this idea of light and dark, this idea of what's evil and what's good. Through this exploration and going through this process, you're really going to come out at a very joyous, peaceful place. Things are going to fall into place for you, understandings. And it's not coming from the collective. They're giving you inspiration. They're giving you ideas. But it's not their way. It's what you discover for yourself in this journey. So please, please keep that in mind. That, listening to others is great. We need all these different perspectives to get us to think about different things. But this is really about you and what resonates with you, what makes sense to you, what you feel and experience through this. So what are some actions that are going to help you during this transformation for these stories? All right, nurturing your inner power. So very centered around your inner power. This is about your growth. This is about you stepping into your power, embodying it, really knowing it, bringing all the sides of yourself to a wholeness. And it is going to be a journey, but I really feel a lot of you have already started this journey. This isn't something new. This isn't something just coming up all of a sudden. It's something you've been dealing with for a while now. But you're at that point. You're at a tipping point. And you need to dive deeper into the dark and hear the stories and get better understandings so you can bring that balance together and really sit in your inner power, your whole self, yourself as a whole, instead of all these split parts and trying to bury and push down parts of yourself. This is going to bring you the greatest abundance in the world. And not just within yourself, it's going to shine out onto your life. This journey, finishing this, getting to this point, moving through this process, you're going to have inner abundance, and it is going to bring out super abundance in your life because you're going to be living this. Super, super abundance. One more thing. Ending energy. Or moving energy. No. Where is this taking you to in the abundance realm? Okay. Union through transformation. So you're going to transform. You're going to become your whole self. And for some of you, you are going to be at union with that feminine divine all the way through. Complete union, whatever you are starting. There are some of you, I'll be really honest, there are some of you that are working with dark goddesses. And whether you've been working for a long time, whether you've been working for a little time, this is a transformation of your union with them. This is something deeper, taking away all the dogma, all the things that other people have said, and really learning their stories from them, listening to the divine herself, and finding that true transformation. It's very transformative, very much inner power, abundance. You guys are going to have a fabulous month. You really are. And have fun with it. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in all the infighting that you may see on social media and online, and don't get caught in the drama aspects. That's not why you're here. That's what you need to be aware of. You need to be cautious of. Everybody experiences divine in their own ways. Our lessons are personal to us. What we need to heal is personal to us. Where we need to go and what our roles are in our own path is very specific to us. So her lessons to us are going to be that way. They're going to be very personal. They may align, they may resonate with other people, but it's still you and her, you and divine, and that partnership and that bond and that union. So yeah, awesome. You guys are, yeah, you're going to have such a great time exploring this, and such a great time with the stories. All right. Have a good month with this. Just a last reminder, if you're wanting to dive deeper, if you're wanting a more personal reading for yourself, where you're at, where you're going, and any questions you may have, I do those. Information is down below, or you can head over to my website, 365witch.com. Have a great one.